Hi everyone, I'm Rebecca Jackson and I'm here with
Megan Strant.
And we're going to talk to you about International Women's Day because it happens to be that time of the year and we've got some stuff that we want to say. But first, I'm going to start the timer because we don't want to take up too much of your time. 3 minutes and a little bit extra at the end. So, Megan, we've been talking about this a little bit. What do you think it means to be a woman in IT?
Well, yes, we have thought about it because myself, I have no technical skills. Am I a woman in IT? I think what it comes down to for me is that it's sort of like I've been resisting it. If people ask me, sometimes I say, oh, not really. But the reality is I've been leading IT projects for, say, 10 to 12 years, working within IT departments. And for most of that time at Microsoft partners that are tech partners.
It's funny that you say resisting it because for me, I still don't fully feel like I am a woman in IT or even in IT at all. I do now work within a development team in the information and technology part of our business and for a highly technical organisation. But for the last decade, my family have been telling people that I work in IT, but I've never felt like I have.
Yeah, that's funny. I think my family would probably think of me as nerdy and techie.
Yeah.
But at work, it'd be laughable because I'm so far from technical expert. I'm a psychology person. So, yeah, it's a bit messy and confusing sometimes.
It is. I mean, I did some HTML in the MySpace days, but other than that, I'm really not technical at all.
But the reality is we have to tell each other, remind each other we work in IT.
Yeah.
We are women in IT.
I think I could be a woman in IT. So in your experience, what about being a woman in IT has been challenging?
So it's funny because I was just thinking, okay, don't smile now because this is actually, there have been many challenges.
Just made me smile.
It's as much as we enjoy having chats together, this is probably the most serious discussion we've had, I think.
And vulnerable as well was what I was thinking. I really want to put myself out there.
It has been tough. I mean, if I think of the last 10 years, the first 5, very, very different to the last 5. And when I think about why did I have so many challenges in the early days, probably now it's easier because of organisation, seniority, experience, respect, and many things. And maybe it's about being comfortable in your own skin when you're older. But I can tell you certainly in the first years in IT, I was discriminated against. I had some very challenging times. And there were a few blows and hard things I had to deal with. I think being a woman, well, I've been in IT as a non-technical person. So I used to say I hate being the least knowledgeable person around the table. I had to work really, really hard to get respect, to even get eye contact. And so there's been situations where I've left jobs twice because of sexual harassment, both in IT. So there is a lot of tough stuff that goes on and you have to be resilient and you have to work hard and you have to really, really push just in this industry at times.
Yeah, something which I struggle to say is that I feel fortunate. And I think it's awful that I feel like I say that I feel fortunate because I haven't had many bad experiences. I've had bad experiences. And I think that, I've been lucky, been fortunate that I haven't had too many horrible things happen to me, but I've seen things and I've had certainly things happen to friends. And maybe not just because of IT, but just in general, right?
Yes, I think, and when we chatted and thought about what we could talk about, definitely part of it was, well, hang on, we have to keep separating. Is it IT or is it the workforce? Is it just gender in the workforce? So it can be a little bit confusing, I think. But the reality is that we both work in the IT industry and that in itself, it's much better today than it was 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I think things have changed a lot. Even the fact that dress sense and image and, the IT industry is transformed. I mean, look at what we were wearing on camera previously.
This is pretty much what I wear to work.
10 years ago, this would have been a skirt, suit and pearls. Like image, there's a lot of complex factors in there. But I agree, even though I've had some tough stuff, we both feel for anyone who's had anything really difficult that they've gone through.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, I've let us slide a little bit past the 3-minute mark,
okay.
But I think it was good timing because we wanted to wrap up on positives. So let's talk about positives. What are some positive experiences or reflections that you have for International Women's Day?
So I think when I reflected and talked about leaving jobs and my current job, big part of the positive is leadership. I know I left one of my roles because I didn't respect the leadership. I thought they led a toxic culture. So I think having really, really warm, respectful, trusting, strong, wonderful leaders makes a workplace a great place to be in this industry.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I've had support from female leaders and male leaders throughout my career that have made a huge difference. And one of the things that I'm very strong on now, and I did this when I was applying for my most recent role, is I'm really big on interviewing the place you're working for, because I'd gotten to a point in my career where I'd had some generally bad cultural experiences, and I wanted to work somewhere where I could feel comfortable to be myself and to be me. And that has worked out amazingly for me, because I did that, and I've been in my current role for 4 years. I love working there. The people are amazing.
So I think part of that as well for me flows into culture. So leadership, leading a culture, the culture is critical. Is it a culture where so I'm the only woman in my office of a national company, but there is no issue with that. I enjoy my job day to day, and I think it has a lot to do with the respect of my employees, the culture that's been established. So as far as positive go, leadership culture is a big one as well. And any additional thoughts from you before we wrap up?
No, I don't. Well, actually, yes. Sense of community. So I nearly forgot about that one, but in terms of, it swings on from that supportive leadership, the general support in the community, and having not just women, because so many people in the community who I love and get support from are men as well, but just having like-minded people to learn from and bounce off is such an important part of feeling safe and protected.
I think definitely for me in the last 12 months alone, or the last maybe 1 to 3 years, regarding 365 as a community, Office 365 as a global community, I have thrived in my role, let alone previously just doing a good job, because you're part of a global community and it really drives you. So I think community makes a massive difference, and we can see that at every conference and globally now. People are speaking out and writing and doing lots of things to say that the community makes their life better.
Absolutely. So the big tagline for International Women's Day is each for equal. Do we want to do the little each for equal thing? Like this? Feels badass. Or is it like that? Yeah, each for equal.